Hey, this is Jason Cruz with MMA Payout talking with Cris Lencioni. Is that correct? Chris,
Correct.
gonna make a good step. You face Cody Law next Friday night in Uncasville, Connecticut at Bellator 29. First question I have for everybody, Chris, how you feeling?
I just woke up.
Oh, excellent.
Uh,
Excellent.
oh my God. It's like noon and I woke up not that long ago because I'm in fight camp. So, I'm not doing the dad thing every morning and stuff. So like it's crazy, man. It's sleeping in. Like if anyone has kids, they understand like you just don't sleep after you have a child.
All right.
So it's kind of weird. It's almost like vacation. It's like a sweet release from the from the nighttime wake ups of screaming.
So how many kids do you have?
I just have one. I just have
Oh,
one very large toddler sized baby.
how
Yeah.
old is the young kid?
He's almost a year and a half.
Oh,
Wait, what's
wow.
today? Is today December 1st? No, it's not, right?
No, it's not.
No, December like 28th. He's a year and a half old. But he's
Oh,
like 3 feet tall.
okay.
It's very weird.
So this is
Very
actually his very first Christmas he kind of will remember. So how is the Christmas shopping going so far?
no. Nope. I'm not doing that. I'll do that after my fight. I told
Okay.
my wife, she's like, let's put up decorations. I was like, no. She's like, you don't want to go out now? I don't lights? No, I don't want to do any of that. I can't have chocolate, hot chocolate. I can't have the apple cider donuts. I can't have shit. So
That is true. That is true.
I'm gonna
Now,
beat this guy up.
are you in Portland right now?
I am not. I'm in Spokane,
Okay.
Washington. And I
Okay.
live in Canby actually. I don't ever go to Portland.
Okay.
Portland is awful.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm actually where I'm talking to you from Seattle. So I
Okay.
don't know if is it snowing in Spokane right now because it is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, bad. Yeah,
I
that's why it looks so bright outside. It's actually just the snow.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I was thinking. Okay.
I
Yeah.
flew in and my flight got delayed and then they lost my bag and then the Uber got into a car accident because of the snow. Like they didn't, but there was a huge car accident. And on the way to the gym, it was just insane. Like an hour flight because it's like a 6, 7 hour drive, but it's an hour flight.
Mhm.
It took like almost 5 hours the whole process from the snow and everything. I was like, why the fuck? I was like, I'm glad I didn't drive though. The snow, my wife would have been tripping. So
So wait a minute. So did you get in today? Was this today you got in?
no, I this was yesterday. I fly
Okay.
in. Sometimes I'll fly in like because we have practices in the morning and the evening almost every day. So I'll fly in like on a Monday morning early and head to the gym.
Okay. So where are we finding you? What gym are we finding you at in Spokane?
Warrior Camp.
Okay.
Warrior Camp. Very
Okay.
amazing academy, school, fight gym, whatever you want to call it, run by Pablo Alfonso. God, I hope I didn't just mess his name up. Because I always call him Coach Pablo. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They got a couple UFC guys here. They just have a lot of gritty, high level wrestlers and Pablo is an amazing striker from like old school MMA masters in Florida.
Yeah.
So he's got that MMA credential. He was around. I mean, he beat really good guys. He's an awesome coach because he can bang and he's been around. He's beat good guys. Like, I don't know if you remember Miguel Torres.
I
Miguel
do.
Torres is like one of the best bantamweights ever.
Yeah.
And my coach snatched him up and subbed him in like a minute. You know what I mean?
So wait, have you done fight camps in Spokane before with
I
Pablo?
have, yeah.
Okay.
The last two fights actually. When I took that really short notice fight at the very beginning of the year, which I shouldn't have even done, I was just cocky, way too cocky.
Yeah.
I then after that fight, I was annoyed, and then I met Pablo there, and I'd seen him around, and we were friends on Facebook because we're very close to each other. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know. I coach myself." And it was like, I shouldn't be doing that because I already have coaches, but I never had an MMA coach. Not since I had my original MMA coach who burned the hell out of me. So
Uh-huh.
kind of put me off to the whole thing. So
Okay. So why is Spokane like a hotbed of MMA? Do you know? Is that
yeah,
a
I think it's kind of ghetto. It reminds me of Fresno. I grew up in Fresno, and I think it's ghetto. I call it Spoke Compton. I don't know if
well,
that's a thing.
people call it Spoke Vegas at points, but Spoke Compton is also kind of a
It's
true
Spoke Compton, baby. I don't care what you say, man. I've lived in Fresno almost my whole life. And Fresno was the murder capital and the Grand Theft Auto capital of the world. And Spokane gives me Fresno vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I have been to Spokane, so I am fully aware. I am fully aware. But So anyway, let's talk about your. Well, first of all, let's talk about is this your first fight with Bellator?
This is my first fight back with Bellator. I had 7 fights under their banner.
Oh,
One
that's
of them
right.
didn't go through. One of them was against that really badass kickboxer. What was his name? Shit, I don't remember his name. He had they had a lot of tragedy happen in that family. That was really unfortunate. But
Oh,
he had missed weight by like 13 pounds. That was unrelated to the fit,
okay.
like his personal stuff. And so that one didn't go through. But
Okay.
I'm 4-2 in Bellator.
Yeah, so I mean, you got back with Bellator. That's great. This will be your first fight back.
Yeah.
How is Cody Law? Do you do any kind of prospecting on Cody Law, or do you kind of focus on yourself when you get to these fights?
I've never really focused on anybody I was fighting, but he does look like, I think like during COVID, they really pushed him and sent him up against a bunch of low level guys, which I've never had in my life. I think it's so funny. There's so many fighters that get to 5-0, 6-0, 8-0, and they haven't really fought a tough guy. And I have fought tough people my entire career. As an amateur, all I knew was Taekwondo. And then I went in and learned some jits. And then they're like, okay, your first fight, we're going to throw you against this badass striker. Okay. And I'm like, okay. So then my striking was shit. So I went again. And then the next fight was like, all right, this guy's like a brown belt. And I was a 1-stripe white belt. And I beat his ass on the ground. I beat his ass. And every fight, it was just always more of a challenge. Then I go pro. Same thing in Bellator. It was like all these guys had way more fights than me. Or one of them, I think one of them was like we were pretty even. And I smoked that guy. So if it's ever anyone close to my level, they're getting smoked. And if they have any kind of higher pedigree than me, even if they beat me, they always pay the cost. They always pay the price. They're never the same. I ruin people.
So how has training camp been? You said you just got in. Did you do anything back in Canby when you were?
I go back and forth. I
Okay.
travel. So the whole fight camp, I've been going back and forth. I've been here like 5-6 weeks.
Okay.
There were times where I did like 2 weeks here and then a week at home. And when I'm home, it's a ton of like physical therapy, strength conditioning, just like more like low impact, if that makes sense, which is really smart to stagger your training like that. And then when I come back here, it's just nonstop grind, bodies on you, Shark Tank, so it's in terms of like taking care, like managing your peaking of your training. This has been the best. It's been amazing.
I see. And so you've been doing the flying back on the weekends just to see your young boy and wife.
And my wife, yeah, my wife, I guess, yeah. No, my wife, because it's so funny. My wife doesn't get enough credit. She's been with me since before I was fighting, and because she's just always been there. It's like almost like you got to be careful not to like take anyone for granted. I never take her for granted, but I definitely fuck up on not giving her enough acknowledgement, if that makes sense. Like publicly, you know what I mean? Privately, she gets everything. She gets everything she wants anytime she wants it. You know what I mean? But like on interviews and this and that, it's always fighting and my baby and my gym. And I'm like, I never talk about my wife. I should do that once in a while.
Now, is she gonna? You and your son gonna be flying out to Connecticut to watch, or are they just gonna watch it on Showtime?
No, they're gonna watch it from home. I can't do that. I did that with one fight, and I was actually I did it with one fight. No, I never did it. There was one fight where I thought about doing it, and it was just too emotional because I am like a stay-at-home dad. When I'm home or I'm not in fight camp, it's me and him all day, every day. He comes with me to my workouts. We go to the gym. We're hanging out. We're eating snacks. We're watching the freaking Coco Melon. It's like all day. We're doing everything. So it's hard. My wife has a really good job with a telecommunications company. So, because unfortunately right now, this last couple of years of this, like, I think we're in like a recession or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like talk politics, but we were doing really good like a couple more years before that, which was awesome. And then things changed. Gas prices went up. Our like house mortgage stuff like changed. All this, like so much stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people that maybe aren't homeowners or business owners would never know about. If you're just like going day to day, month to month, paycheck to paycheck, you won't notice most of it other than your gas. But there's a ton of shit that's changed in the last couple of years. And it's made it really hard on like middle class, I guess. Maybe we are. It's awful.
Yeah. So, as far as when you fly out, another flight, you're going to have to go to Connecticut. Are you heading out this Saturday or this weekend, or what? When do you have to?
Oh no, it's like the week of the fight. They fly me in. They fly me in a little early though, so that's kind of cool. So I can get adjusted to the beautiful Connecticut trees. And if I don't have trees in Oregon, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I mean, but what do you like to do during fight week? I know this isn't your first rodeo, but do you
Yeah.
like to hang out with your coaches or team, or do you just like to be kind of solitude and just be out in the hotel room and just kind of veg out waiting? Obviously, you want to cut weight or focus on your weight,
Yeah.
make
I'm trying to
weight.
think of the right way to say this. I'm an incredibly introverted extrovert. I will do everything that society wants me to do, and I'm very good at it. And then fuck off. I'm going to go away and go into my room. And, that's just how I've lived my life for the last, God, I don't know, my entire adult life. I work really hard, and then I want my me time. Every fight camp, I bring my Xbox. I generally bring a coach and my like number one training partner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my training partners are all my really good friends. So, and we all game. So we just game it up all week. We get our sweat in, we game. When I'm here at fight camp, I wake up, I practice, I game. I practice, shower, game, practice, shower, game. That's all it is. My wife is like, it's just a fucking vacation for you over there. You just get to fucking beat people up, do what you love, and then play video games. And I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Sorry. But it pays really good too. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could get punched in the face, so that there is that.
Oh yeah.
Issue.
I'm
But
pretty smart. I don't think I'm going to be getting hit too much in the face. I might get taken down. Maybe I'll give Cody Law like $100 a takedown, but I already made the bet that like $1,000, 100% he's going to shoot on me in the first round.
yeah, you've talked to Cody Law about this?
No. I just told another interview guy the other day, but you feel free to tell him $1,000. He's going to shoot on me in the first round. And if he's like, no, I won't, we'll see. Cause I'm putting that bet out there, $1,000. And if he doesn't shoot on me in the first round, I owe him $1,000. But $1,000, 100%, he's going to shoot on me in the first round. He's going to take one somewhere on his body. He's going to go, I don't like that, because he's a quitter. We've seen that. And he's going to shoot on me instantly. It's going to be quick. He thinks he's a boxer. It doesn't just come overnight, dude. It doesn't just come overnight. It's just like the gap in grappling. It takes a lot of time. I'm not some NCAA Division I champion. I know that. I know I'm one of the best fucking grapplers in MMA, though. Bring it on. So I'm not a wrestler.
Chris, guess who I'm going to be talking to next?
Cody Law. I already know.
I am going to be talking to Cody Law.
You were asking good questions. I was like, he's got to be talking to Cody next. So it doesn't matter. You could be a very good wrestler, but grappling and wrestling are two completely different things. Wrestling's element is control, throws to controls, right? Takedowns, any kind of takedown, which is a throw, a trip, a drag, a headlock, anything to ground control. Grappling is different. I believe in grappling being like using your body to finish the fight, using your body to escape, using your body to control. It's not just one thing. So wrestling is very cool, and yes, it works in MMA, but it also gets neutralized by high-level grapplers. So
excellent. So now you have enticed us to watch you guys Friday, December 9th, Bellator on Showtime. Chris, thank you so much for your time. Yeah. I am going to basically tell Cody Law everything you told me.
$1,000 a takedown. $1,000 he takes me down in round one. Otherwise, I'll do like $100 a takedown. Let's see how much you can get. One or the other. One or the other.
All right. Chris,
if he trusts his wrestling, he can make a lot of money. He can make like $1,500, $2,000. Maybe he takes me down 20 times. Who knows?
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Very excellent talking to you. Good luck next week.
Love your office. It looks great.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right.
Have a good one.